it's like raining outside, and it's 10:50 a.m. 11 May, Monday, okay, and it's raining, okay, like, oh my gosh, oh, look at a wet car park, and my bed is just behind me. I'm so tempted to sleep, okay, and it's really bad because I have a lot of work to do and I can't do it, so I'm just gonna imagine myself lying down, and this is my motivation. Hello. Well, my voice is really hoarse because I reflected so much on my life last night, maybe like 10-15 years of education, and like leading up to today when I work, like I started my job this year, and I just felt like I need to document this to just like remind others and also remind myself that our worth is not dependent on our education. So why I'm saying this, and the purpose of saying all this today and to do up this vlog is that I'm doing this early reflection because next week on the 19th May, which is 8 days from now, today is 11 May, that I'm going to be attending my university's award presentation. I may not be a recipient for the award. I mean, I was a nominee for the 2019 College of Business and Law medal, and first of all, I just want to put it out there and then do a disclaimer that I'm not trying to show off or anything, but I'm just here to really thank the Lord and thank those who helped me to get where I am today. So before I get into the details of how I ended up getting nominated for my university award, okay, sorry, I forgot to say it. I'm from RMIT University. I studied business management with a minor in marketing, and I graduated unofficially last year, November. And my ceremony is supposed to take place this year, August, but I'm preparing for not having a ceremony, and I think it's okay because I don't think ceremonies should determine our worth or our necessary milestone, because we have already conquered that milestone, and it's just the event that is an additional celebration, in my opinion. So before I get into my university things, maybe I'll just bring you a little bit back in time where I struggle a lot with my studies, on my self-worth, on like having a lot of pressure on myself. So basically, I took the PSLE in 2009, 11 years ago, and I did not do well. Yeah, just plainly speaking out here, I got a T-score of 178, which obviously doesn't qualify me for the express stream. I went to the normal academic stream. During that year, I was sent to a boot camp by my parents, and that really woke me up in a way to work much harder and to also set goals for myself and to see where I want to see myself in 5 to 10 years time. So basically, in Sec 1, I worked really hard. I was determined to get promoted to the Sec 2 express stream in secondary 2. So fortunately, I managed to get promoted to the express stream solely because my dad appealed for me, and I don't think like I really deserve it, to be honest, and I could have just gone for the normal route all the way, take N levels, go O levels, or maybe go to Poly foundation program after that. but I managed to pull through that despite me lacking about 4% to the to qualify to get promoted to express. So in summary, I think I was one of the top few students in maths and science during the final year examinations, and also in terms of the class rank and the level rank between my class and another normal academic class. So about 80 plus people, I was like probably about in 4th place. So yeah, that made me went up to the express stream. Then following that, I struggled a lot. So in summary, I struggled a lot from Sec 2 to Sec 4 all the way, and somehow managed to pull through O-levels. I mean, despite me failing so many subjects way before that, and like 5 subjects, okay, and I was on the verge of failing the whole academic year. So I thank God for that. So I proceed on to Polytechnic, where I studied business. So that's where I embarked on another new phase of my life in my education journey. In Polytechnic, I wasn't so driven in some way because I was in a safe zone in a way, because I know that at the end of the day I would go to university, or either that I will get a diploma at the end. So I didn't really had so much in focus. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, which was one reason why I took business. And despite me learning piano during that time for the last couple of years already, I knew that I wanted to do something else more than just music teaching, which I know would be part of my career path. So I went ahead to take business, and I took human resource and entrepreneurship specialization. But however, I didn't find it as my cup of tea at the end of Polytechnic, which also makes me once again really crushed and disappointed. And at the same time, my GPA wasn't like fantastic. It was above 3, but I expected at least a 3.5 or more, but I didn't get it. So as much as I wanted to dream, have really my high hopes for going to local university, which I thought only if you are smart you go there, but not to diss off those who are in local universities. If you're there, you're studying right there, I mean, that's good news. But I would like to know that after going through all those ups and downs in my education life, and going to private university, which I end up going to MIT at SIM, I want to say that education journey is not your final destination. It's not your indicator to whether you are smart or whether you are successful in life, because honestly, it is not. Okay, it is not. So after Polytechnic, I went to take a gap year because I wanted to pursue music initially, but my plans flopped, it failed. So I decided to really just sit down and reflect on what I really wanted to do in life. I mean, I think in Singapore, in my opinion, when we go through so many years of education, we are exposed to many things, but I think many of us are not sure what we want to do in life. So it's good that we just really sit down. I mean, those who are still figuring out what they want to do in life, they have to sit down and really write down what you're good and what you're not, and what you want to improve in, and to have a more open mind in where you want to really end up to, because education journey is just your stepping stone. It's not your everything. When I was in university, my mindset really changed, because after the many ups and downs in that last decade, it made me realize to treasure the fact that we have education, and it is okay to fail. It is okay to not do well. It is okay to accept the fact that we always need room for improvement, and smartness is not determined by grades, it's not determined by how much you do, what you have achieved in life, because it is different when you are out there in the working world at the end of the day, and there is another journey of learning and just taking things one thing at a time. That learning is not final, that success is not determined by all these things. I was very fortunate in university to have a very good set of friends that encouraged me, and for the first time I felt that there might be a breakthrough in university. I mean, I would like to believe that in university we have different mindsets already. We are more open, we are more adaptable, like in I'm losing my words, but let's like put it out there. So university helped me to be more independent, definitely, because we had to plan our own classes and whatnot. And I would say the Lord is really good to me, and He really restored the years that I have initially lost in the last 10 years of education, where I was still finding myself, figuring out myself, thinking that when I stumble upon a challenge or failure, that's the end of the road. And I think that I will just stop there. And to label myself a failure before, it really takes that courage to pick yourself up and to say that I'm enough, that all these things we achieve in life in the end, right? Be it certificates, medals, trophies, they don't mean a thing, because like what really matters is our attitude towards how we go through our everyday life. So in uni, I did for the first time I did well academically. I won't put up my GPA out here, but it was definitely much better than my Polytechnic education, where I was still finding a breakthrough, in my secondary school education, where I was discovering things too. And I'm just very grateful that during that juncture I also found out what I want to do after university, which is to do marketing, which is what I'm doing right now, aside from my music teaching. So to sum it up, I want to say that our worth and our successes are not determined by which school you go to, the grades that you have achieved, other awards that you might have achieved. Aside from that, I mean, it's good, but don't let it determine who you are as a person. And also, it is definitely not determined by where you eventually work at, because after all, it is just a name. A name cannot determine who you are on the inside. It is your attitude, your personality towards how you overcome challenges, how you would react when things don't go your way, when adversities and challenges are just coming towards you. But I think really with a positive mindset, you'll be able to overcome anything, and just believe that you're enough. You're enough for yourself. You're enough to do what you want to do, to pursue your dreams, despite maybe not having good grades and whatnot. So the my event is taking place at 1 o'clock, and I have to have my lunch at 12. Yeah, that's what it is. didn't win, but it's okay. I'm quite like very happy to be able to attend this virtual event, and for all those people that support me, thank you. And I'll end the video now. Yeah, bye.